the worst kids in the whole history of the world. They lied and stole and smoked cigars, even the girls, and talked dirty and hit little kids and cussed their teachers, and took the name of the Lord in vain, and set fire to Fred Shoemaker's old broken-down tool house.
And that's not all. Someone sent 5 dozen donuts to the firemen, and the Hermans ate them all. When they couldn't eat, they stuffed in their pockets and down the front of their shirts.
And they wrote this really, really dirty word on the back of Naomi Waddle's favorite turtle. Now, Naomi can't take it to the YMCA pet show. Her mother won't let her.
What was the word?
Oh.
Oh.
And that's not all. They did it with fluorescent paint, so it glows in the dark. When you can't even see the turtle, you can still see the word.
And they put a whole bunch of tadpoles in the school drinking fountain. Miss Barnes swallowed 2 or 3 by mistake. Someone yelled, "Mildred, stop, you're drinking tadpoles," but it was too late.
Did she get sick?
Not right away.
And that's not all. Now I'm going to tell you about the Christmas pageant and what they did to that. There were 6 of them: Ralph, Imogene, Leroy, Claude, Ollie, and Gladys. And they went through the Woodrow Wilson School like those South American fish that strip your bones clean. And they went around town the same way, stealing things, tearing things up, and whamming kids. So it was hard to get away from them. There was only one safe place.
Sweet hour of prayer, because there are no herdmans there, and Jesus loves us, as they say, because he keeps them miles away.
That's my little brother, Charlie. That's what he said when the Sunday school teacher asked him what was his favorite thing about church. Charlie said, "No herdmans." That made the teacher mad because all the other kids said nice things about God and Jesus and good feelings, but old Charlie told the real truth: no herdmans.
I don't care what everybody else said. That's what they really thought. All that other stuff's okay, but the main good thing about church is there are no herdmans there, ever.
That's not a very Christian sentiment, it seems to me.
It's a very practical sentiment. Charlie was black and blue all last year because he had to sit next to Leroy Herdman in school.
Is he the worst one? Leroy?
They're all the worst one.
Imogene's the biggest, so if she gets you...
That doesn't make any difference. Gladys isn't big, but she's fast, and she's mean, and she bites.
I'm sorry I asked. Just stay away from all of them.
That's what I said. Stay away from them. Go to church.
I'm glad to hear you feel that way.
What?
No arguments this year about the Christmas
I
pageant.
don't want to be a shepherd again.
Tell Mrs. Armstrong you want to be a wise man.
I don't want to be in it.
Everybody's in it. And think how I'd feel sitting there on Christmas Eve if my own children were in the pageant. Think how your father would feel. You'd feel terrible, wouldn't you, Bob?
Well, actually, I didn't plan to go. You know how crowded it always is? They could use my seat. I'll just stay home, put on my bathrobe, relax. There's never anything different about the Christmas pageant.
There's going to be something different this year.
What?
Charlie's gonna wear your bathrobe.
You just thought that up, Grace?
Why don't you be Joseph? Elmer Hopkins will pay you $1 to be Joseph. Elmer's sick of being Joseph all the time just because his father's the minister.
Nobody wants to be in it.
What are you going to be this year?
I'm always in the angel choir.
Why can't Charlie be in the angel choir?
Because I can't sing.
From what I've heard, that's not a serious drawback. What child is this? Oh, he sounds like a closet full of mice.
What do you wear in the angel choir?
Bed sheets.
Oh boy, some choice. A bathrobe or a bed sheet. Come on, let's go watch TV.
You know Mrs. Armstrong works very hard to give everyone a lovely experience.
Oh, Mom, Mrs. Armstrong just likes to run things.
Right, of course. Helen Armstrong runs the pageant, she runs the potluck supper, she's chairman of the bazaar. I think Helen Armstrong would preach the sermon if anyone would let her.
Is that George Armstrong's wife?
Yes.
Maybe she'll try to manage the hospital because that's where she is. I saw George at the drugstore. He said that his wife broke her leg this morning. She'll be in traction for the next 2 weeks and laid up until the first of the year.
The first of the year? Why, they'll have to cancel Christmas.
She's in charge of Christmas?
No, but she's in charge of the pageant, and she's in charge of the bazaar. I feel sorry for Helen, but who's going to do all those things?